Why, hello there. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles, here to tackle the year 2009 with the tops and the bottoms. Hooray!
Woo!
I'm doing my Muppet arms or whatever it's called.
Yeah. I'm Robert Fithman. We're going to do the tops and bottoms of 2009.
Yeah,
I'm
2009, great year.
Along with Craig from Craig's Vinyl Plethora, Richard from Calvin Wazoo, and ladies and gentlemen, the man that's more like 2009 and a half, am I right? Mike from HubTunes.
Scandalous.
Let that 2009.
Mighty Fine.
Mighty Fine. I pulled 4 records from my collection from 2009. I got a couple of. They're not honorable, but they're really good records actually. And then I got one big old bottom. So 2009, I was going to South by Southwest. I had gone 2008, 2009, and I went 10 and 11 too. I went like 4 years in a row. And so a lot of the music, when I was looking it up, I knew a lot of the bands, and a lot of them I had actually seen, but I don't have their records. I mean, I was buying CDs in 2009, and I got rid of all of those. So, so there's a few things here. St. Vincent released her album Actor, which I love. I actually saw her play the whole album acoustic in a church at South by Southwest in 2009. It's a wonderful, wonderful show. Yo La Tengo released, what's it called? Popular Songs. I don't have it. It's not one of my favorite Yo La Tengo albums, but it's all right. A great album, The Horrors. Primary Colors came out in this year. I do not have that, and that used to be my favorite album of theirs. I don't have it though. I need to.
I don't have that one either. I need to get it.
It's really good. Yeah, I need to change that. I've already added it to my want list of stuff. Bill Callahan, the great baritone kind of singer, he released an album called "Sometimes I Wish I Were an Eagle." It's a very good record. Very dark, very acoustic-y, really good record. This is one that probably Craig is going to mention, but Metric released the album Fantasies this year.
Oh, yeah.
Great record. I saw them at South by Southwest also that year. A great band, another really good band. I thought I had this record. I probably had it on CD, and I can't remember this far back. It's a long time ago. Pains of Being Pure at Heart.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful record. Their debut. Really, really like that. Animal Collective released Merriweather Post Pavilion. Bat for Lashes. Really interesting band. Two Sons. That came out in 2009. And then the Dead Weather released Tourhound. Not my favorite Dead Weather album, but pretty solid. I dig them. I love them a lot.
Isn't Bat for Lashes just one person?
It might be.
I think it's just one girl.
Yeah, I thought it was like 2 girls, but yeah, who knows? But it's a good record, really good record.
No, she has some good stuff, but her name is Natasha Khan, and it's just her.
Does she still make music?
It says years active present. It's 2006 to present. She had an album last year.
Wow.
The Dream of the Delphi.
Yeah, I always liked her. Yeah. This is a really good record. This is a band. I think it's a duo called Girls. This is their album called Album.
Oh.
Yeah, really good. Love this record. I think they only made 2, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they only made 2. They're both very good. Really, really interesting records. Christopher Owens is the kind of creative force behind the whole thing. He's done a few solo records. Not nearly as good as their 2 records, though.
Oh, so no girls are in the album or in the band?
No. I don't believe
Christopher and Chet. I just looked it up. So
they do have some girls that play on it, though.
Oh, okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure there's actually
I'm not familiar.
drummer, I believe. I think there's a girl who plays drums on one of the couple of the songs. Next up, a band I absolutely love. They only made one record together. It's kind of a super group. This is Monsters of Folk. This is Jim James from My Morning Jacket, M. Ward from just being a solo artist, and Connor Obrist from Bright Eyes. And the drummer is also the drummer from Bright Eyes. I forget his name. They only made this one record. It's really good. I saw them in 2009 also. It was on. They were on the same bill as St. Vincent, and it was in that church. And they did this whole album all acoustic, and it was a wonderful afternoon. It was like a 1 p.m. show. It was just really, really cool. Well, I got it. Wilco, their album Wilco. It's called Wilco the album. Great.
The camel again.
I've always loved the artwork of this. This is awesome artwork. Not my favorite Wilco record. That's probably kind of near my bottom of their records. Not one of my favorites, but it does have some good stuff on it. And the last thing I'm going to show is an album. He released this album this year, and he also died in this year. And this is Pop Crimes by Roland S. Howard. He was in The Birthday Party. He was also in These Immortal Souls. And this is his, I believe it's his only solo record. I'm pretty sure it is. And it was released early in the year, and he passed away from pretty much liver cancer in December at the age of 50. And really good. Not his vocals are not for everybody. He does a couple of covers on here, I think. Just the what does he do? Life's What You Make It. He does a really good cover of that. Really good record. I've always enjoyed this, and it's kind of hard to find. I don't know if it's ever been repressed, but good record. And that's all I have. It's not a great year.
I mean, it's not. I mean, there's stuff which, you know, I'll always find something. But I have some honorable mentions. Mine is I have albums, singles. It's all over the place. So, because I needed to come up with something, so I had to just kind of put things together. So the honorable mentions are things that I do not have on vinyl that I would like to have on vinyl, but it's either because it hasn't been released on vinyl, or if it has, it's impossible to find. So I did want to mention the Tinted Windows, which their one and only album came out that year, and that was a super group of James Iha from the Smashing Pumpkins, Adam Schlesinger from Fountains of Wayne and Ivy, and then Bunny Carlos of Cheap Trick, and then of course lead vocals by the one and only Taylor Hanson from Hanson. So that is a really good album, and I wouldn't mind having it.
It's a very good record.
Even though we all know they did, and I didn't get it, and now it's up there. Yeah. And we know my love for Cheap Trick, so the fact that I want something that has a Cheap Trick person in it. So
he wasn't in the band. So. He wasn't in the band probably when you had your encounter with them.
Well, not in this. This Bunny Carlos?
Yeah, he left a while ago.
Well, I had my encounter with them in like 1999. So.
Oh wow! Oh, I thought it was just a few years ago.
No. That was, and I have not liked them ever since. So maybe I should get over that, but I'm probably never going to get over that. So, let's see. Whitney Houston released her final album, not her best, I Look to You, but there are some moments that are good on it. And then she would die a few years later. I Look to You is what it's called. That track is actually really good, a nice little sweet little song. But really the highlight on that album is $1 Million Bill. Because if you make me feel like $1 million bill, say, make you go left, right, up, down, got you spinning round. I'm going to just sing the whole thing to you. Robbie Williams released Reality Killed the Video Star. I love Robbie Williams so much. And the song Bodies, the whole album is great, but Bodies is really good. Fine Frenzy, which is Alison Sudol, released her second ever 3 records. Bomb in a Birdcage, which is a fantastic album.
She was at South by Southwest that year too.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah, she's focusing more on acting now.
Yeah.
But what I wouldn't do is my favorite song off of theirs. I don't know what happened to them. I think they only did one album, but Mikachu and the Shapes and their album Jewelry. My songs that I love on that is Lips and Golden Phone is just fantastic. And then Miranda Lambert released Revolution. And I really love the songs Dead Flowers and Me and Your Cigarettes. So as for singles, she did a compilation album, like her 500th or whatever greatest hits. Actually, I think it was her 3rd. But this is a 4 LP set, Madonna. And the one new song on it was Celebration. It's a celebration. Which is so good. Stevie Nicks did a live album and she released this as a single. She did a cover of Dave Matthews Band's Crash Into Me. And it is, I mean, I love Dave Matthews' version because I actually like that album. I like their first 3 or second, third, and fourth. But yeah, her version of Crash Into Me is just splendid and groovy and all of that. Yes, with Heads Will Roll. Heads will, so good, so good, so good. Sarah Bareilles with Gravity. The song is just really beautiful and sweet. And don't know if anybody remembers this group, but the Asteroids Galaxy Tour. I think they only had 2 albums. And the song Golden Age, and she says a shoot a bop 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 bop. There's some bop a bop bop deep deep deeps in it, and it's great. Sophie Ellis Bextor got her greatest hits here. She released Murder on the Dance. Not Murder on the Dance Floor. Heartbreak, Give Me a Dancer, or Heartbreak, Make Me a Dancer. I wrote Murder on the Dance Floor because that's her big song, but no, Heartbreak, Make Me a Dancer, which is also wonderful. Two Door Cinema Club, their debut came out the following year, but this was their debut single called I Can Talk. And then Washington was a band. Now it's just the lead vocalist, who's Megan Washington. I saw them the following year. Their debut single was How to Tame Lions. The album came out the following year, and I believe it was called I Believe You Liar. All right, as for, I have a top 9 for albums, and they're not really all that great, but you know what? It's the best I could come up with. So I will say, in going back and listening to the first, because he had a shock value and a shock value 2, I realized I don't like shock value, but shock value 2 is pretty good. But Timbaland. And this I loved because there's a song called Lose Control on it, and it brought JoJo back into the world, and she had been kind of missing for a while, and he brought her back, and now she's, she's an R&B singer, but I love her. And so I got to hear JoJo again, and then a few years later she started releasing albums again, and I was very happy. And then there was a song called Undertow with The Fray, who I'm not wild about The Fray, but Esero does vocals on that as well, and I love Esero. It's the only thing I have by her. I used to have more. I got rid of all of them, but I love her Unplugged album. And Katy Perry did her Unplugged and does a cover of the Fountains of Wayne's Hackensack. And I just really, really, really like her version of that. Of course, it's got You're So Gay and all those other dumb, I Kissed a Girl, because that's how you were cool in 2009 or 2008 when her album came out. But I do like her Unplugged. Number 7. This is like their 5th album. Tegan and Sarah released Sainthood. And I really love the song North Shore and Don't Rush. This is not my favorite album of theirs. It's probably one of my least favorite, but the cover's fun. They look like they're in their like 30s bathing suits or whatever. Actually, her head is through a cutout, though. That's not her actual outfit there. Let's see. Number 6. This is like her third album. Ingrid Michaelson with
I know that album.
Everybody. Yeah, you listened to it, didn't you?
I did.
Ingrid Michaelson. I love the song Sort of. I think it's so beautiful, and The Chain is also so beautiful. So I love Ingrid. I have all of her albums. Well, except her most recent one, which is like a standards that I just haven't gotten. Number 5, their debut. It's When We Learned of Florence Welch and her amazing voice. So Florence and the Machine, Dog Days Are Over, and Kiss with a Fist. I actually saw them for this tour.
I love that song, Dog Days Are Over.
It's so good. Okay, I don't have the album, but I have the 45 for one of the songs. I really want the album. It is on vinyl, but I've never found it at a reasonable price. But an unlikely duo, but is it mighty fine and wonderful. Pete Yorn did an album with Scarlett Johansson, and that is called Relator. And this is the 45 for, or actually the album's not called Relator. The album's called Breakup. The single is Relator. And the other song I love is Wear and Tear, but it's a great album. This is all I've been able to get is just this 45, which I'm at least happy I have this, but they're just so wonderful together.
Didn't
Yeah,
you do
well,
one
no,
with Susanna Hoffs too?
Susanna Hoffs did albums with Matthew Sweet.
Matthew Sweet, that's right.
Yes,
Okay.
and they did cover albums. They
Covers,
had, I think their volume 2 came out this year.
Yeah, okay.
But like I think they did 3 or 4 of them, and they're not bad. I think I liked the first one the best, but there's moments that are great and not. Y'all know this album at number 3, and that would be Lily Allen with It's Not Me, It's You. Because y'all listen to it.
Cover.
Oh, it's not.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
We did. I remember being pleasantly surprised.
Yes. So The Fear, I love the song The Fear, and I love Never Gonna Happen. So yes, Richard. And I believe you liked it, Richard. If
I
I'm
have no
remembering.
memory.
Yeah.
I like the lyrics.
Yes.
The lyrics, yeah.
You watched all the music videos, Richard.
Had left an enormous impression on me.
I
apparently.
guess so. I mean, yeah. Okay. More people need to know of her. But this is her second album that came out this year, and that would be Melody Gardot with My One and Only Thrill. She just has this amazing voice, and she has quite a tragic start of how she got into the industry and stuff. She was in a car accident and she used singing to get her back to where she could talk and things like that. And then they're like, oh, you sound good. Maybe you should do an album. And that's kind of, I'm nutshelling it, of course, but yeah, she's got an amazing story, an amazing voice. And Who Will Comfort Me and Your Heart Is as Black as Night would be my 2 favorite tracks off of. But if people have not heard Melody, you really should check her out. It's kind of jazzy, kind of not. Does all her instruments pretty much herself. So, and my favorite album of 2009, it's still not my favorite album of theirs, but it's a good one. That would be Gossip with Music for Men.
Oh.
And yeah, so good. And yeah, Love and Let Love and 4-Letter Word would probably be my 2 favorite tracks off of.
Great record.
Yeah, it is really good, but it's still not my favorite. I don't know what my favorite is. No, maybe Standing in the Way of Control would be my favorite. This is in up there, and Records Are Falling on the Floor. Okay, there you have it. My top whatevers those were.
Huh. Wow. Oh, 2009, I just moved to Chicago the year before. And I had pretty much stopped doing the club scene, but I wasn't really buying records that much. Well, I wasn't buying records at all at that time. I'm still doing the CD thing. But yeah, it was as I was going through the list of releases from 2009, it was I found some though that I own. And news events too were not that big a deal. I mean, Phil Spector was found guilty in April 13 for murdering Lana Clarkson in 2003, and he ended up getting 19 years. The next month, he was sentenced. In June, Men at Work got sued by Larrikin Records for their number one song from 1982, Down Under, because of the flute part. They were alleging that the flute part was stolen from an Australian nursery song called Kookaburra.
Mm-hmm.
And by 2010, the record company that was suing them won, which they won to get royalties. They ended up getting 5% royalties as their payment. They wanted 45% royalties, and they wanted them to go all the way back to 1982. Court said, no, we're going to start now, and it's 5%. Apparently, it's
so sorry. My brother is calling, and he never calls. So can we pause it? I'm so sorry.
The flute guy
I hope
died.
it's not bad news.
The flute guy.
And yeah, with that song, Kookaburra, the flute player of the band took it the hardest. It really, from what I was reading, it really hurt him. It put him in a deep funk, and he died. His health just continued to deteriorate. And within like 3 years, he died. So really kind of a sad situation when people get all uptight about
and
copyrights. So I got 6 records. They're in a particular order, but they're not ranked in that, each subsequent record is getting better. I kind of ranked them in terms of, well, you'll just see how I did it. So anyway, the first one is this one here by the Black Lips. And this record is called 200 Million Thousand. I can't even remember why I bought this record. I think I bought it from that California guy who has an Instagram account and he posts records, and then you have to say dibs or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's where I bought it anyway.
But
So
we know it's not because there's a naked guy on the cover, so.
No. Well,
there's no naked guys. So.
No. It's just I looked it up and I listened to a little bit of it online, and I thought, yeah. So this is lo-fi garage psych noise rock. That the songs mostly reflect how it feels to get trashed on the loading dock behind Pizza Hut. That's kind of the theme throughout most of the songs. The sound being very lo-fi, it sounds like everything was going through one speaker, one amplifier, and then it was recorded on a handheld cassette. The music, it's made by and for teens and 20-somethings who live in small industrial towns where they're close enough to a big city where they can go buy drugs. But because they're so poor, they can't buy good drugs. And so they can only buy shitty drugs. So there's absolutely no redeeming value to this record, but it is kick ass.
Yeah,
it is
record.
It is really good.
Yeah, I've heard it. It's good.
It's different.
Yeah,
I like your synopsis there.
Now, in a somewhat similar vein is this one here. This is the band is called Pink Noise, or The Pink Noise, and the record is called Graffiti Youth. It's kind of a DIY kind of project. It's a French-Canadian duo, and apparently they put out quite a few records. Now, I looked up something to kind of describe their sound, and the blurb on their little website says that this French-Canadian duo, whose output has been prolific already, mines territory similar to Chrome and Suicide, channeled through warm layers of fuzz and broken Casio beats. That's how they describe the music. To me, I describe this as a kind of a lo-fi industrial sound that blends rhythms and melodies that are kind of similar to maybe The Residents, but they have this like chaotic rhythmic structure that's a little bit like Throbbing Gristle. So very weird out there lo-fi stuff also.
What's it? What are they called?
It's called The Pink Noise.
The Pink
And it's a decent album. I mean, it's not going to cost you a lot.
No.
You could get it for less than $10, but the song Into the Void makes the expense worth it. Just that song alone.
That's
So
a
yeah,
Black Sabbath song?
it's called Into the Void.
Yes. Is it a cover of the Black Sabbath song, Into the Void?
You know what? I don't think so, because the credits.
Nine Inch
I would-
Nails has
it
a
might
song
be.
called that too.
Well, that's
it doesn't-
true.
It doesn't show any credits on the album itself, and I should look at the entry in Discogs to see if it does.
Yeah, they're not on.
credit that.
They're not on Apple.
No, very, very obscure. In fact, it looks like they drew their own covers, and it's yeah, this was somebody on a bad trip, and maybe they swallowed a couple dilaudid. Then we've got this one here, Polar Bear Club.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, this is the album Chasing Hamburg. So this is a Rochester, New York band that kind of blends hardcore punk with emo melodicism. So it's kind of a weird mix. It's hardcore punk, but they have lyrics that are sensitive. I can't really explain it. It's decent stuff, and it's got some decent variety in their sound, but they definitely stick with what they know best, and that's this hardcore wrapped with empathy. It's kind of bought it on a whim. It's a nice little color there, and I looked at in the in the All Music guide.
Diarrhea.
They all, yeah, it does, a little pukey or something like that. But yeah, in the All Music guide, they get high scores for pretty much all their discography. But I haven't really delved into trying to find anything else by them. This band here probably could be known as the band with the longest name. And it is, and you will know us by the Trail of Dead.
They were at Southwest also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this album cover, amazing artwork, pen and ink, blue pen and ink drawings. It's just really quite amazing. It's a Texas band, so it makes sense that you would see them there at South by Southwest. They perform this it's really grandiose prog, but it's kind of built on punk and power pop structures. Yeah. So it's really quite interesting stuff. All these albums, when I was going through here, I realized, my God, I haven't listened to them for a really long time. So I spent the time listening to all these albums, and I'm like, wow, yeah, I'm glad I have them in my collection. Now, this one also was released in 2009. We know about Anthony and the Johnsons. This is The Crying Light. Anthony Hagarte is, avant-garde singer, very unique and recognizable voice that a lot of people can't take. And quite honestly, it took me a while to get used to the voice.
Me too.
But it's amazing and beautiful music. Their voice kind of lilts over the air as if it was being emitted by an octogenarian warbler. That's the best way I can think of describing their voice. The Johnsons get their name from the activist Marsha P. Johnson. And this cover photo that's on this release is of Kazuo Ono, who was a famous Japanese dancer who died in 2010 at the age of 103. So this album from 2009 was just before, the photo would have been just before he died, and so he was already 102 or 103 by then.
It's a great photo.
And actually, he appears on another one of Anthony's. I can't think of it. It'll come to me. And then this last one I have on CD. So I've been going gradually from the weirdest music to the more melodic, moving up the chain, so to speak. And this is definitely the most mainstream release of the bunch. I guess none of the singles, well, maybe they weren't released in 2009, but I guess none of the singles entered your sphere there, Craig. I was a little bit surprised. But anyway, it's the Fame Monster, Lady Gaga. This came out at the right time for me. It was an album that had so many songs, and a couple of them in particular that really, it helped me get through some tough times the same way that Madonna's Confessions on the Dance Floor did. It had that kind of impact on me. It's loaded with hits. I think my favorite song on here is Speechless. I just find that song amazing, but there are so many other good songs on here, like Dance in the Dark and Monster, of course, and then Poker Face and Paparazzi. Just a lot of really great songs on here. I think when she came out with Born This Way, the next release, that's when Madonna really came back at her and said she was very reductive. She thought she was very reductive. And she is on this album. You listen to some of these songs, they are very reductive. They are like so Madonna, but at the same time, Gaga puts this.
Well, Gaga has a great voice.
And if they're so Madonna, why didn't Madonna do them and sell quadruple platinum?
Yeah, no shit. She put in something into her music that Madonna hadn't done for a long time. And then there were some songs that were clearly, her own, such as Monster and Speechless. That's the song about her father. Just really, really good songs. Of course, then the next album came along and I was like, I'm over Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
But this...
Born This Way is good, but part of the reason so the Fame came out in 2008 and then Monster, then they combined it. Monster is an EP that was released by itself. So I guess I could have done something from that, but it's just like, it's always bothered me that they released it as a package because they're two different things, in my opinion.
Right. I know they did that.
If you're reviewing 2009 music, then you would be reviewing the EP.
Yes, I know, but I think that I just
and
had
usually
that
we
stuff
stick
in my
to
head.
albums or singles, so that's a weird kind of in
It
between.
is, but it was.
But it was, I
as
mean,
a package. It was released.
Yes, as a package it was. So, I mean, but everything from Monster is from 2009. So,
yeah. So that's what I have. Those are the 6 records that I have from 2009. And there was a lot of stuff to, skip in 2009.
And I did skip a lot of it. But speaking of packages, there was a huge package in 2009. 2 big packages.
oh,
And 2009 is when, and we don't ever talk about reissues or whatever, but this was monumental. That's when the Beatles, the CD re-releases came out, and finally they're remastered, and the first 4 albums are in stereo. And I know a lot of people like shit all over the stereo first 4 albums, but I love them. It's what I grew up with. I loved being a little kid and twisting the balance knob and turning off the vocals and then turning off the music and hearing all the little stuff going on in the background that you couldn't hear when it had the full thing going on, just playing around. And so when that Beatles CD box came out, it was one of the few times where I was there day one. Like when the store opened. I had waited for this for years and years and years, and finally it happened. And it was wild because I spent most of 2000, after that was not all of 2009, but after that was released, spent all that time listening to those CDs over and over and over again. And it really only lasted a couple of years. As obsessed with it as I was and as excited as I was about it being out, it really only kind of lasted a couple of years because the vinyl resurgence was after that. I started playing my old records again. Then I didn't listen to the CDs anymore. But for a while, man, that was my favorite. It just I was so excited to have that come out like that. And I should listen to those CDs again. They got that box set because that was such a big event for me. And then the Beatles mono box was out at the same time. But yeah, those were awesome. I don't think the vinyl box was out. I don't think that came out until a couple of years later that they released the vinyl box.
14. I think it was 14.
Yeah, 2014.
Oh yeah, about 5 years later. Yeah. So yeah, but those CDs were just and I remember the radio station I worked at, I made an entire blog of all the sonic differences that I caught between the original CDs and the 2009 CDs. And that was the day that everybody I worked with knew I was insane. Because there was no YouTube vinyl community really at that point. And there wasn't anybody going on long videos talking about little tiny details and whatever. And so, at least that I knew about, it wasn't a mainstream thing. And so me going on my we each had our blogs that we would submit or contribute to the radio station's blog page. And I came out with this big, long, you can hear the cymbal tap louder. And the cymbal seems like this doesn't happen. This sounds more monophonic and centered than it does in the original. And just all of these variations. And even had my preference. Like I Want You, She's So Heavy on the 87 CD. I preferred that version over the 2009 remaster because that hissing noise at the end, it sounds a little bit too separated in the 2009. It sounds more mixed in on the and shit like that. And people were with me like, "What the? Did you see Fifth and Fuck? What the fuck?" A couple people thought it was a joke that I was fucking around doing a parody of. I'm like, no, it's real. How? What the fuck? One person actually said it like that to me. I read your blog. What the fuck? Like that. And so that's what I remember mostly about 2009. And height at the same time, height of the club going out, blowjobs, 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 sex, 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 dance floor, club music, blowjob, drink, 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 blowjob. So those are my 2 things from 2009.
Those are good things.
So new music kind of took a back seat, except for the stuff the blowjobs went with. But I did manage to catch a few things. Some honorable mentions here. New York Dolls came back with "Cause I Said So." Not their best album, not even a really good album, but I was so excited to see the New York Dolls, mostly because they went back on tour. I will say it's better than Kiss's Sonic Boom. Low bar, but it's better than that. And also the other honorable mention I have is Lily Allen. I even wrote it down before Craig even brought it up. It's not me, it's you. Didn't hear it in 2009, but I remember being pleasantly surprised, especially by the lyrics. So other than that, my honorable mention, I just have a few on here. Slayer released World Painted Blood. That was okay. Not the best Slayer album, but I mean, it's 2009. Bar's really low here. Muse had The Resistance. Pretty good. Them Crooked Vultures was the super group with Josh Homme and John Paul Jones and Dave Grohl. That's an odd combination of people. But I really like the cover artwork of that more than anything else.
They're threatening a follow-up too. They're talking about doing another one.
Yeah, I like the cover artwork basically on that. And then I have Depeche Mode, Sounds of the Universe. And we did that whole Depeche Mode. And I know there was a later one that I really liked and one that I didn't really like. And I can't remember which one Sounds of the Universe is. Is Sounds of the Universe the really political one?
No.
Let me show you the cover.
Yeah, I know it's gray with rainbows, but I don't remember because I listened to them all around the same time.
Yeah, I don't think it's the one you liked.
Spirit might have been the one you're thinking of.
Which one?
Spirit.
Yeah, that sounds more like the one. Yeah, I think you're right.
That's the one I like. That's later.
So yeah, I have albums on my tops that aren't even that great albums. I like the artwork of Them Crooked Vultures. I like the album I got the Depeche Mode one confused with. I liked Lily Allen because, well, I was surprised by how good it was because, it's a pop album from 2009 and Craig recommended it. And so,
oh, my nose itches.
So really that just leaves one. And it's not like we just mentioned, it's probably not even a qualifier because it's technically an album from the year before and an EP, and that's Lady Gaga, The Fame Monster. But that is beyond head and shoulders better than everything else. It's an entire building better than everything else. Those songs played so much in the club. And then I went out and got the CD and found out that the 2 songs that weren't played in the club were just about as good. But all the remixes and blowjob, drink, blowjob, hotel, under the DJ booth, in the bathroom, in the parking lot, blowjob, fuck, blowjob, drink. I mean, it was like,
you hussy.
There, yeah. Wow.
Memory.
That was the 90s for me, not the 2000s.
Except for I was not all alone in the theater or whatever she says. There were 6 other people there. I mean, there was one other person. Okay, there were 2, 3 in the woods.
Maybe 4.
The dunes in Douglas, Michigan.
Oh, yeah, the wood.
Lady Gaga, it's the best I can do.
So, bottoms.
Yeah, bottoms.
Yeah, there were those 2.
Yeah, I'm sure there were.
Right after the blowjobs.
Yeah, well,
sometimes.
Not right after. I mean, I was spent for a couple minutes.
So.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just an innocent little Mormon boy, so thinking I get all blushy.
Don't buy it, people. So, should I go with my bottoms?
Yeah, tell us about your bottom.
I have one, and it's not a song, it's not an album, but it's a band. But they released their biggest album from this year, and that is the band Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix.
They released Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix came out that year, and it was everywhere. His vocals are wretched. I hate that band. Everything they released, I absolutely hate. That one song, I don't even remember the name of it. But
Blitzomania.
What was it?
Blitzomania. That was the one that was all over the place. Yeah, I actually like that album. But
I don't even know what that is. Is it Phoenix spelled like the city?
Yeah.
So I remember a Phoenix that was like FENIX or Phoenix TX or Phoenix TX Texas.
Yeah, there's one of those, but yeah, no, this one's spelled actually like the city.
Oh, and I think they're a French band, aren't they?
I don't know. I mean, they have several albums.
Oh, they got a lot of albums, and they all
they have, but that's the only one that I really
But he
familiar
sounded
with.
like the mythological creature that the city in Arizona was named after.
Yeah, well, okay, yes, okay, because they're rising from, but they're both
yeah,
spelled
terrible,
the same.
terrible
It's
band.
spelled like
His
the
vocals
Dan
are-
Fogelberg album,
Oh,
found in dollar bins everywhere, Phoenix.
Oh, I
That's
love
where they really got their name from.
probably.
Featuring the hit song Longer. Anyway.
I've that right. So that's all I got. Horrible.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not, as usual, I'm not going to go looking for bad music. I don't have time during the week to go listening to bad music. I barely have time to listen to good music. So
there's one song that it's just wretched and needs to be mentioned, but I did hope I'm not stealing anything from Richard, but there were just so many. Obviously, Michael Jackson died at 50, which it's weird that he was we're all older than
younger than all of us, yeah, at this point.
It's just but unfortunately nobody remembered or cared because she died on the same day as Michael Jackson, Farrah Fawcett, who was 62. And it's that really sucks that, she should have got a little bit more, press because
the Groucho Marx phenomenon.
Yeah, she was an angel. So, Groucho
Marx passing away the same day or same week as Elvis Presley, for those that don't get
it. Okay. I didn't know that. B. Arthur also died in April of that year, 86. Brittany Murphy, that was in December. She was 32.
Richard's getting
and then Patrick Swayze, of course, also died at 57.
Craig
and
needs
then
to stop.
Also younger than me.
Yeah. Well, and then I'm not mentioning all of them. There was a lot, but these are just the ones that were to me important. And then Dom DeLuise,
also younger than me.
But the shittiest thing that happened in 2009 was Train with Hey Soul Sister. There couldn't be anything worse that happened other than Hey Soul Sister. So
Phoenix.
I don't
playing
think
Mr. on the radio.
But I don't hate it as much as other people do. I don't like it. But
Hey Soul Sister,
I don't
shut the fuck up,
we were
Mr.
playing a lot of that shit on the radio because we were going more into new music. Then we went away from it again later on. There was 2 years where we were trying to more dabbling with new stuff on the radio station I was on, which is mostly a 80s and 90s station. But I thought that was better than a lot of what was out. I don't like it. I don't love it, but I didn't hate it. And so many people hate that song. As it should be, people hate that song. It's the worst.
And that's what you should do.
Right. Craig hates that song.
Yeah,
I just the only Train song I remember is that Drops of Jupiter song.
I will say I like Hey Soul Sister better than that.
Oh, see, and I like Drops of Jupiter better than because I like the Best Soy Latte you ever had. But that song was for his mom, so.
Well, Hey Soul Sister is for his sister, obviously.
Well, Soul Sister, I don't know who it's for, but playing Mr. on the radio, girl.
Yeah, that's cheesy. That's
Hey, Soul Sister gonna play the Mr. on the radio. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, overall.
And I met him, and he's a douche nozzle.
People have said that I look like him.
No.
Apparently I look like him. I look like him, and here's the weird one, and it's gone up to 10 people now. What's his name? Luke Skywalker.
Oh,
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill.
You don't look
in
like
my
Mark.
comments. 10 different people that say I look like Mark. My hair's not even the same color.
No.
I look nothing like Mark Hamill.
Even without your glasses, you wouldn't look like Mark.
Not anything like him.
Someone told me the other night I looked like Tom Holland, and I said, "You're drunk."
Well, one off the wall person is one thing, but when it's multiple people over and over, you look like
that's weird.
Star Wars guy talking about blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, you're funny, dude. I don't look like Mark Hamill.
You don't look like Mark Hamill.
I mean, it'd be
No.
nice. I guess he got in an accident or something, and so they're saying I look like I got into an accident. Maybe that's where they're going with that, or something. Like you look like Mickey Rourke or
Jeffrey
something.
Cliff?
Who knows?
Well, you do kind of look like Mickey Rourke, but no, no.
Hopefully, in his 9.5 weeks era, or
Yes.
Hope of Greenwich
Yeah,
Village.
before the
Papa Grinch. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
They
Well,
took
I
my
don't
thumb. Anyway,
I
No.
don't go looking for bottoms like Mike was saying either. Don't want to be listening, but I will say,
Don't say it. Don't say it, Robert. I saw a look on your face like you were going to make a joke about looking for bottoms.
I got rid of my Grinder app a long time ago, so I don't look for those either. But anyway, I got 2009. With the 2000, this is when I really started to dislike all the new R&B that was coming out. I mean, I love the old 60s and 70s soul and R&B at that time, but this new stuff that I just
I was
never
going on
really
29
cared
years
for.
with not liking R&B anymore at that point. Anyway,
Well, there were some, it started in the 90s, but by the early 2000s, I was like so over it. And I wasn't listening to the radio all that much. I wasn't listening to classic rock radio. If I was listening to radio, it was because for a while when I had a car, I'd be listening to WBEZ and I'd be listening to some show that they had on, and I'd get in the garage and I'd sit there in the garage and listen to the whole show on the radio before I would, get out of my car. But yeah, I wasn't really in the music all that much, and that's just the one thing. It was like I was really fed up with all the boy bands and new R&B stuff that had been coming out for a decade. That I don't know, and it was so popular, and I was like, people get some taste. But anyway, that's really all I got to say about the bottoms of 2009.
yeah, I tried to do that thing where I do these later years like this. I do like albums as tops, and then for bottoms it's singles, because I don't listen to bad albums from 2000. I barely listen to any albums, so it was like I usually or any of the 2000s, 2006. So those are usually singles that I would have either had to play on the radio or would hear all the time. But I would start like looking down the list of singles. I'd start seeing these songs that were in the club, and I'm thinking of the blowjobs again. I start, stiffening, and then and so then I'd go back to the list later on, and then the same thing would happen. And this just I started getting really sore, and I'm like, this isn't going to work. And so I just pretty much boil it down to one. And I almost thought that, who was it? Well, I think it was Craig that was like going on about how I just have the one. I thought this was going to be the one. No, it was Mike when he was saying that I have the one or whatever. I thought this was going to be the one.
Uh-oh.
Black Eyed Peas.
I got that boom, boom, pow.
Oh my God. Every single on that. It was just like,
yeah.
You'd be on the dance floor and everything,
Absolutely
and then that would come on and it would be like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's when you went to go get a blowjob.
Right, yeah. No, because you can't get a blowjob to the Black Eyed Peas. It's when you go get a drink or go to the.
Well, you go outside.
We're not going to go to the bathroom because you get a blowjob.
Yeah, go smoke
get
some marijuana.
Drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even remember what was on. I remember the Boom Boom Pow. Is that the one what's the one where they do the Dirty Dancing Time of My Life?
Lick It? No, that's Rula. Rula did Lick It.
Yeah,
they do some kind of takeoff on I've Had the Time of My Life, and
I don't know if that's but boom boom. Oh, that stupid thing. Did y'all just hear that?
No.
That was easy.
What?
I have an easy button here.
Oh. What's that?
like from the Staples commercial.
Oh yeah.
It will randomly just go.
That was easy.
See, I didn't touch it. The other day I was on the couch.
That was easy.
Rock That Body and the huge one, I Got a Feeling.
Oh, I got a
I got a
feeling.
feeling that tonight's gonna be
Horrible.
a good night.
Oh
And
god,
what's
those
really
all sound
annoying about
hideous.
that is the way that the title is spelled. Like, I gotta feeling. Like, gotta, Gotta, like, got to. So if you're reading it, like, it literally says, I got to feeling. Because that's what gotta means, right? If you gotta do
Yeah.
something, it means you got to. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
got a. Got a is GOT space A. They say, I gotta, GOTTA feeling. It's like, that's not what gotta means. Gotta means got to.
Got to.
God damn it.
Well, and I mean,
Like-
the other one had such good lyrics, like "I'm so 2008, you're so 2000 and late."
Right. And Let's Get
I've got
Retarded
that.
in here. That was another one that was
Yeah.
like, oh, you guys
That
are
was
just
off of
awesome.
a different
Why don't-
album, though.
Where is the love? But we can say Let's Get Retarded in here. That's great. Why don't you guys sit
Well,
the
they
fuck down?
changed it to "Started."
Well, I don't care. I know what they really were saying.
Yes.
Fucking
I mean,
Black
I
Eyed
didn't
Peas.
say
They-
it
I'm so
was
they
glad
just-
they stopped
They
going
were
to
like
the clubs
all
then.
over the place, and then they just stopped. It's like they looked
Yeah.
at each other and went, wow, we need to like give everybody a break because we're terrible.
Well,
You're
he
right,
went-
let's just stop. Okay.
Will I Am went to Australia and was doing The Voice. Fergie did a couple solo things, but
She did
She's
some
kind of-
sexy version of this. Wasn't she the one that got up there and did some like smoky, like sultry version of the national anthem?
yeah, it was so awful.
She was like, oh,
Oh,
can you
Yeah.
see?
I mean, I loved Fergie because I remember her from Kids
What a
Incorporated, but yeah, it was people.
What
The
the
thing
hell
is, you need to watch that video though, because you need to watch like the crowd, because especially like it was a basketball game, I think. The team members are like this because they are trying so hard not to laugh. You could see people rolling their eyes. It was like, poor Fergie, you were not Fergalicious that night.
No,
you were
whatever.
not.
So
she
that
was.
is our-
She was 2000 and late.
Yeah. Well, I 2000 hate it. Those are the tops and bottoms of 2009.
And a mighty fine 2009.
Let's not do
it
that
was.
again.
Yeah.
No.
What are we doing
no.
next?
Well, quite a change from 2009. A very big change. 1959.
Well, it's not. It still has a 9 in it.
It does have a 9 in it, but it's quite a
1959. Why are we?
1959. Yep.
I'm sure there are jazz albums that were awesome.
I'm
that
sure there's
year.
something in
But I-
1959.
I don't do jazz albums on this channel. I was told not to in the beginning.
Okay, well, the last time you said that on this channel, it was brought up that you were never told that.
I don't know. It was implied.
I think the last 3 times you said that it was brought
Well,
up.
I'll be doing them this time, I guess. I don't even like 50s jazz.
What was 59? Was that that was what's his name, wasn't it? Time Out?
59?
I don't know. We'll find out if anything. good
Miles
happens
Davis, I
1959.
think, was that Birth of the Cool?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
There was probably some Thelonious Monk.
Oh yeah, he was playing with. They were all playing with each other.
Yeah.
Dirty people.
And a lot of,
playing with each
but
other.
also a lot of singles. A lot of singles.
Oh yeah, a lot of singles.
I guess I'll
The
do
Dukes
single.
of Dixieland, weren't they out at 19?
I mean, you have. I don't know any of these. Oh, Charlie Brown. He's a clown. That Charlie Brown.
He's gonna get caught. Just you wait and
Mhm.
see.
Mhm.
All right. Well, you can all look forward to that one.
Can't wait.
I look forward to it. I'll have all kinds of probably tops and bottoms.
Oh, everybody
I'll
loves.
know
to
what the
talk
hell the
about
music
that.
was. Won't be just like a montage of blowjob memories like 2009.
Yeah,
was.
well, I mean-
music in the background somewhere.
I mean, maybe there could be blowjob memories of 1959.
Going along with all the slurping and gagging. Anyway, so
Oh,
also
Mingus.
Kiss, speaking of which, Kiss is coming up. Our review of the Kiss album as well, the debut.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you want to tune in for that.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you? Have we anyway? So
Yeah,
yeah,
no, that will be coming up.
Yes,
I
it is
think.
coming up.
I mean, I'm looking forward to kissing time.
You're supposed to skip over kissing time.
I know. That's why I said that. So
This is going to be almost exactly an hour.
Mm,
All
well,
right. I think we've wasted enough of your time. Thank you so much for watching. We are the Vinyl Community Guncles. I'm Robert Fitton, along with
Richard here at Kelvin Wazoo.
Craig here at Craig's Vinyl Plethora.
Mike at Hub Tunes.
Aren't you Mike here?
Thank you so much for watching. Now go watch Mike's video from a couple weeks ago where he did this in-depth review of the Milli Vanilli album.
Yeah, it was quite brilliant.
Deep.
Yeah, that series is coming to an end.
No.
And so is this episode.
Bye.